Hey, my man Don in the radio station with me. What up, Don?
What's the deal? What's going on?
Shit, man, chilling, dog. Had a good week, man. We took last week off, man, for a little celebration, a little time to get back. My birthday just passed, so shout out to all the Aquariuses out there. You feel me? Beautiful month, and we just had a good Valentine's Day, man. How was your Valentine's Day, Don?
It was pretty smooth, man. Me and my wife, man, we just chilled at the crib, watched some Marvel movies on the couch, and just chilled, man, for real.
That's what's up, man. I like to hear that, dog. I, for the first time, spent Valentine's by myself in about 10 years, bro. A new experience, ain't gonna lie. And wasn't a bad experience.
I was about to say it probably was refreshing.
It was, to be honest, man. To be honest, it
to worry
sounds
about,
funny.
You know what I'm saying? You got to worry about getting nothing, doing, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be for real, because a lot of niggas say that shit, and for the longest, I always had somebody on Valentine's Day. So I was like, y'all niggas just bitter. I don't know, niggas just want to be by themselves. Yep. I mean, it sounds good. You break up with a chick, you get back with her when you talking about it. But, like, more than just not getting the gifts and shit like that, I just enjoyed not having to be responsible for somebody else's emotional response.
There you go.
That's just period, right? Like the weight of making somebody happy, the weight of somebody else's expectations on me. I just had a good time vibing. Honestly, didn't realize it, because my biggest thing about Valentine's Day is I was one of them niggas that always overwhelmingly disappointed you on Valentine's Day. Even when I had a woman, because it honestly didn't mean nothing to me. So I was always one of them dudes, because I know the real meaning of Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. I know that it's corporate, and I think it's cool to show love to your loved ones if gift giving is your love language. But I hate the idea of being manipulated into feeling pressure in your relationship from an outside source. Like, I could buy you gifts and flowers all year long, but on this particular day, I have to make a spectacle so that other people are aware of our commitment and love. Always irritated my type of personality. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So, like, even you with your wife, chilling, doing something, and just enjoying each other's presence. But sometimes it's good to do things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and express love and experience it. I'm not a hating ass nigga. I'm not saying don't do that. But for the first time, not having the social pressure of being in a relationship, of a woman being around other women who are constantly showing each other what their experiences are and comparing them. So now that she has anxiety, so she feels worthy and worth something, she has to compare something. And it was just nice not having that in the atmosphere. Right. Now, I ain't going to say it's better than having a Valentine's Day. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful thing to have love, but I was just chilling. I'm always one of them people. I was expected to be born on February 14th, ended up on the 10th. My belated sister, shout out Valentina, her birthday would have been the same age as me, is on Valentine's 14th.
Happy belated, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Well, she passed away.
Oh, sorry.
You feel me? So I guess that's what you call a heavenly birthday. I don't know what a proper term is for it. You feel me? But we would have been the same age. My nana's birthday is the 19th, and shout out to my youngest brother on the 23rd. So I always thought it was dope to have my birthday in Black History Month. I was always proud of that. You feel me? But shit, it's been blessed. Good time spending with family, dog. Been just having a good time, taking a week off, enjoying myself. And on my birthday, I think day before my birthday, I went to check out another installment of the Black Tech Saturdays.
Okay, how'd that go?
It was dope. I really mad that I missed the last week, because that was specifically for storytelling and social media. This one was kind of dope for people who want to do business with the government.
Okay.
So I've been checking out a lot of these podcasts. I think it's Earn Your Leisure is one of my favorite podcasts I've been checking out. You ever heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Man, check it out if you ever get a chance. It's called Earn Your Leisure, but it's pretty much for any type of entrepreneur, any type of hustler. A lot of people aren't drawn to music and sports like everybody else. Mm-hmm. Some people just got business minds. Some people want to find out about how can I invest in stocks and be better? How can I understand financial literacy better? How can I deal with some of the ups and downs of running the business? Because a lot of us don't have connections to people in the fields we want to be successful in.
Right.
You need mentorship or something like that, dog. It's just a dope source of information. But I was a lot of people I watched, like the the Wall Street Trapper.
Okay.
They speak to earning government contracts a lot, right? I'm super interested in that, finding where there's a need. Something as simple as a school needs iPads. So you call up Apple, find out how many iPads it's going to take for that school, and you just put a bid in and throw you a little extra and hope you outbid the other people. But the thing about it is, I heard a lot of people in that experience not knowing how to do it. It took them maybe 2 to 3 years to land their first contract doing it, because there is no blueprint and you don't know what to bid, what's market rate, things like that. You have to do a lot of research, and they're not allowed to tell you because everybody's bid is confidential. But having certain information helps you out, and learning what their guidelines, what they favor, what they're looking for, leads you to success a lot quicker. So just being able to talk to people who are actually working in government, they're there in person. I think, what's her name? Sarah, I want to say Sarah Anderson. Oh man, it might be Sarah Anderson, the state representative, passed the Crown Act.
Okay.
Am I saying that right?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, but for sure, she was there. That was a dope experience to see somebody in the corporate world. Young African Americans in the tech community are trying to figure out, how can we get these technical professionals government needs filled, and how can we spark a new economy within our people that's outside of rap, basketball, entertainment in general. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole faction of young, talented people that's graduating high school every year. But the young, best and brightest are leaving Detroit for better jobs, for more opportunities, for more diverse opportunities. And it's a way to keep those people here in the city of Detroit, in Southeast Michigan, and have those wonderful, talented people that come from our soil that grow to stop sprouting roots in other states, stay here, and continue to make this a great economy, great community, and stuff like that. So
it's a challenge.
For real. And it's something that's ever changing, but it was a lot of great things. Just a lot of great projects that you kind of see when you downtown. You don't know why it's happening. New murals popping up, new buildings. Stuff is going on inside of them every day. If you start frequenting Tech Town, I think the last Black Tech Saturday was at the train station downtown. That's a big deal, because the whole reason when they revived the train station is to bring the headquarters back down there for autonomous vehicles, self-driving. There's going to be a lot of tech jobs, a lot of programming jobs for people in the heart of Detroit. So I have a sophomore in high school right now, and next year my youngest son will be a freshman in high school. These are the jobs in the industries that's going to be available to these guys. They need to be thinking about, what do I want to be in? How do I attach my passion and my talents to a job in a market that's going to fulfill me and make me happy, and at the same time earn me a good living? So it's a good atmosphere to start bringing your kids into, and it's a great place if you are a professional person. Bring your resume. It's a really laid back. There's always great food and great catering. Open, welcome environment. So many different people that I meet every time I go. I never go and not have a valuable experience or another opportunity pop up to me. So I'm really trying to pass it on, because the whole environment was created for that purpose, and they're walking in their purpose. And every time I go, me personally, I come away with a larger network of people, more opportunities available to me. So if you do get a chance to go, just have a dope ass time, man. Don't be scared by the word tech. If you are not a technical person, if you're not in the technical industry, but you know people, you want to be of help, you are interested in it, they are adding more things on for people who are creatives, who need production teams and people who have technical skills to interact with technology in an artful and a creative way, because everything's digital now. So if you want to check that out, man, Black Tech Saturdays, follow them on there. It's always a great experience. I'm definitely going to keep going. You're definitely going to see me there as they continue. I think the next one is on the 24th, and that will be in Baltimore. And after the next week, they'll be back in. So you can check that out on Eventbrite, Black Tech Saturdays, BTS. Check that out. All right, man, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back after the break, and we're going to get into our hot topics, man. See what y'all thinking about all these new changes and all the drama on Big Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay, man. They saying he the new Wendy Williams, bro, so we definitely got to get back into that, dog, because I seen he stirred my nigga Uncle Epps up, you feel me? Detroit love the Epps, so we got to cover that. We be back in a moment, y'all. Yeah, what up, though? We back, man. Back in the studio with my man Don. What up?
What's the deal?
Nothing much, man. I've been chilling watching these hot topics, bro. First thing, man, I want to say fuck the Super Bowl. I did watch it because you invited me, but I ain't watch it. You feel me? I still refuse to. Man. It was a tradition, but I don't give a damn about that Super Bowl, and I refuse to watch it. But that halftime show was lit, bro.
Yes, it was.
It was lit. It was especially right in my age group, dog. I'm a big Usher fan. Because I'm one of the people that got super offended when they said my man Usher couldn't stand up to Chris Brown in the verses. First of all, 20 to 20 tracks. My man is an entertainer, dog. Y'all really got to put some respect on my man Usher's name, bro.
Who said that?
Hunt the O. It was on the internet going around there, and I got a couple of friends that agree that Chris Brown can't go back, and they say Chris Brown got too many hits for Usher, and I don't think
Usher got more hits than Chris Brown got.
Man, I don't know. I can't tell you if I really know. To be honest, that I hold them both in high esteem, bro.
That might be a personal thing for me.
Yeah,
I think I can jam with more Usher songs than I can with Chris Brown songs.
And I think that's it, right? So a lot of times when we saying hits, it's like hits to who?
Exactly.
Because
you gotta
I ain't never heard a Taylor Swift song, but that bitch is huge.
She got hits.
You feel me?
They ain't my hits, but she got hits.
Yeah, because I be finding new Chris Brown songs from 10 years ago that I never listened to because it's some EDM sounding bullshit that they was dancing to in Brazil.
Exactly. Yep.
You feel me?
Got you.
That's really how Chris Brown is. So like hits for our stage, American black culture is what they really talking about because we set the pace for everything. You know what I'm saying? So like 20 songs versus 20 songs, you ain't gonna tell me like Chris Brown got some bangers, bro. Got remixes, got dances. Like he had a whole club era of our life.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? And he's still banging, and he be crooning and dancing to him. You know what I'm saying? I've never felt like Chris Brown was the best vocalist ever. You'll never hear me make that argument because I feel like
I agree with you.
I feel like that MJ cover was egregious for me personally. He just didn't have the range, but I felt like he was the best person as an entertainer that's the closest to the full package of what Michael Jackson was.
Yeah.
I don't feel like nobody's stage presence. I don't feel like nobody's persona is as fly as his. And to be honest, he's a way better performer than Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
He is, bro. I seen her trip down the stairs in heels, and I seen this nigga do a black flip, land in the splits, was still on beat, in between two dancers, and then got up and did it again, jumped to another level. Mind you, the nigga is singing into the mic, flipping and dancing, and he ain't out of breath. He still got breath control and can sing and hit the notes. You feel me? Sierra's whole career ended because the bitch couldn't dance and sing at the same time.
Yeah, she couldn't.
You feel me? Like let's be real. And like Sierra had a whole movement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When she started trying to sing the ballads and prove she could really sing, she had to stop singing because she couldn't do both. She was at them award shows out of breath. You feel me? That's a lot of talent. So Usher You got to put some respect on that nigga name, bro. He was up there with the Jackson 5 at the birthday party, dancing with Chris Tucker and them. Niggas forget. That nigga Usher was that man, dog. So that was one of the best halftime shows.
He still is.
He is. That's what I'm saying, man.
He still is. Because he still, even the shit that he dropping today, you know what I'm saying?
It's dope.
It's still good.
It's still good music, bro, because ain't nobody in that R&B space really there to push him out. No. And that's what I'm saying. It's like Chris Brown is R&B. But it's a little bit of hip hop and R&B. It's like Chris Brown
is a little bit of hip hop, R&B, pop,
and pop. You feel me?
Top 50, whatever, the top 100, whatever that is.
I feel like Usher is true R&B.
Exactly. He dabbled a little bit into the pop scene. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, that was near like what 2013, 2012, around that time a little bit. But I think they all kind of, because that's around the time Chris Brown was popping around with the pop. Chris Brown kind of still go back and forth with the pop too.
He do, because it's the money, bro, and he perform. And his songs are always up tempo and dancing, because that's where his range is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that is what people that can't speak English buy. Stuff with melodies that they can understand phonetically without understanding the words gets them pumped. Yeah. And that's why I don't hate. That's why I say like Chris Brown is a performer, bro, because you got to think this nigga performs worldwide in front of audience that can speak no English.
Yeah, that's true.
And dancing, and they going fucking wild. They going fucking wild because that nigga is up there flipping, doing fucking taekwondo kicks in the air. He's like, he could have been an athlete or something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, I don't see too many people on Chris Brown level that can compete with him besides Usher. Usher can give you the show. He can dance. My man can skate. You feel me? He give you all of that.
I'm really trying to think. You can't think of nobody. It's nobody. It's nobody.
No, man. I can think of some people that can out-sing him, but I can't think of nobody that can outperform him, bro. I cannot. And to be honest, I think Chris Brown's a better dancer than Usher. I just feel like Usher is smoother. And he's a different style.
Yeah, Usher is smoother. Yeah, I will give you that. Usher is smoother. Chris Brown, because that's what the shit. That's one of the, like you said, it's one of the things he was known for. That motherfucker dance his ass off. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Just look at what video was that? Man, I can't remember what video. It was at the end of a music video. He had a dance battle with Drake. I think that was No Guidance. Was that No Guidance?
Yeah.
And he went crazy on that. And that's when he really wasn't even doing it like that. Like he was doing it like back in 08, you know what I'm saying, back then. And when he came out with that, you know what I'm saying, that little dance battle, you know, he was out doing his thing, man.
I think he an unappreciated talent because he got kind of coined as a bad boy and the shit that happened with Rihanna. Yeah. But, you know, I've been around the block a few times. And
let me ask you this, though.
What?
If you think that didn't happen.
Oh, he'd beat Michael Jackson right now.
I think you're right.
He'd beat Michael Jackson. That hurt him when Michael Jackson died and they didn't have him come on with that tribute. And they did that whole ass tribute to him. And they still had to bring him back 2 years because he was still fresh in our mind and we knew it wasn't done right. Yeah. And they still had to give us what we wanted because he was the coldest nigga to do it. Wasn't nobody gonna be able to do it at that time. They brought Neo bitch ass out. I hate Neo. I hate the shape of his head. I hate the way that nigga face look. I hate the choice of hats that nigga wear. I hate his content. I hate the point of view his content come from. I fucking hate Neo.
You gotta give him some of his music, man.
Nope.
You got to. You got to.
He has a good voice.
Neo got some good shit.
Nope.
He got a good catalog.
Nah, man. He the Dionne Warwick of niggas.
He got a good catalog, bro. Neo got a good catalog, bro.
I'm not giving it to you. I don't like that nigga, bro. I don't, bro.
Most niggas don't, but you got to give it to him, bro.
No, bro, no. I'm going to tell you why. You give in because the women around you love Neo.
No.
And make it, bro. No. I can't look. I don't. Okay, well,
I ain't saying I love him. I'm just saying he got good music.
I ain't going to call it bad.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
I ain't going to call it bad.
That's fair.
I ain't going to say he untalented. That's not but it's just like a bitch singing. Like I'm not about to listen to single ladies. Well, I'm not about to listen to Neo because at the end of the day.
It all has an audience.
It does. That's right where I was going with it. His audience is women, not niggas. When I'm heartbroken over my girl and I got some emotions on it, I want to hear a nigga singing about the way I feel about a woman. But the reason why all of his niggas that love that shit is because he's speaking to a woman from her point of view, and he always say the perfect thing that a woman want to hear. And don't no nigga think like no bitch.
Nah.
You ain't never just looked at your woman and said the perfect thing to her at that time to make her understand you, because you a fucking man. Your mind don't work like her. So you either a sap ass nigga who just know you always speaking to a woman and playing to whatever the fuck they feel and emotions, or you not being your authentic self. You know what I'm saying? You're not being your authentic self, or you being your authentic self and you really do got a feminine mind who emotional and think like that. That's why you could tap into it. And that's probably why you was peeking in Jeezy blinds when you was living next door to that nigga. I remember them clips. Go pull them up on YouTube. A nigga said he saw Jeezy fucking through the window. Like, I can see Jeezy naked in his bedroom through my house. A nigga said that shit.
Damn, I ain't know that.
Yeah, you feel me? I don't trust no nigga with a slick ass face after 30. It's like 5 niggas that I trust. What's that Barry Allen nigga? You know the nigga that own everything. God damn, he's that billionaire nigga that don't say nothing. His name like something Allen.
Damn, he black?
Yes, he's always up there. He never in no controversy, but he like one of the richest black dudes that be behind the scenes of everything.
Damn, yeah, I don't know.
I'm having a brain fart, but I'm gonna come back. Him, my nigga L. Roker, Jadakiss, it's like only 2 more niggas without facial hair that I trust. Gilly and Wallow, fuck it. It's the only slick face niggas I'm allowing. After that, you gotta have some hair on your face, boy. What you need that slick ass, no friction, landing space for? You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit worse than a nigga with a sweaty top lip.
You gotta have some.
That shit just look wrong. You gotta have at least one of them little Martin Luther King mustaches or something, dog. But yeah, I got off topic, bro. But anyway, I don't like Neo.
Right. We leave it at that.
I got way off topic with my hate for Neo because I had to listen. My brother loves Neo, and I shared an apartment with this nigga.
So you got a little special place for it anyway.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Because you was hearing it and shit.
This nigga played the
Sexy
same.
Love. You was hearing Sexy Love a million times, huh?
That and when that fucking Robin Thicke album came, and I liked Robin Thicke. I genuinely liked Robin Thicke, bro.
I ain't a Robin Thicke fan.
When that shit came on with that I'm So Complicated song on, this nigga played that one song over and over and over again. That's the only nigga that could just make me hate a whole person. That nigga and one of my cousins, I ain't gonna put him out there, but this nigga used to play Jaheim so motherfucking much. I hate that nigga with a passion. Jaheim, I get triggered when I hear Jaheim, that nigga Robin Thicke or Neo, bro. They're my worst R&B niggas that you could turn on.
Well, good to know.
Yes.
During breaks.
Hell yeah. So anyway, bro, the shit was a awesome one, man, but it's a lot of people putting them up there and saying that this is the greatest halftime Super Bowl show of all time. And I feel like when we high off the emotions of a dog ass performance that's fresh in our mind, that shit said every year, this is the greatest one ever, this is the greatest one ever. But what's your top 3 Super Bowl performances that you can see? Where you rank this one?
So I want to say my number 1 would probably be the one with damn, I can't remember who all was on that one. Everybody was on that bitch. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Mary J. That one. I don't remember who was the headline for that one.
Dre. It was all it was all Dre, because remember Game was bitching about not being there.
I'm gonna put that one at number 1. I'm trying to remember all of them, bro. I might have to throw the Usher at number 2. I would have had Usher at number 1 if I would have had Usher at number 1 if entertainment wise, if it was better. I feel like more could have been done. I feel like that was kind of not last minute, but it felt like it was kind of last minute. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna leave that at number 2. Number 3, I'll throw Rihanna in there for number 3. Rihanna in there. Rihanna had a dog ass performance. Rihanna had a dog ass performance, bro, with the floating stage and all that shit. That shit was dope. I'm not a Rihanna fan. Like you won't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really listen to her music like that. Performing wise, that was a good ass show.
I'm gonna say,
unless I missed some shit. Cause I'm
it's just funny. That's your 3. It's your 3. I like it. It's not a bad 3 either. I'm just surprised the Rihanna one in there. Yeah. For me, I felt like it was more of a spectacle because she was pregnant.
She was pregnant. That's when
so
she announced
it wasn't a lot of performance. Yeah. I like her music so much that I was like, this performance. Rihanna has never been a big dancer other than whining and twerking. Not the best vocalist. I just don't feel like she was a strong enough artist for a Super Bowl halftime show by herself as a headliner. Yeah, I did not feel like that was a good one for her. I felt like she was a dope performer. She gave a good. I just feel like her persona has been blown up bigger than her actual catalog because of who she is. Exactly right. And I felt like that she's a Madonna-esque kind of figure now. Without the catalog Madonna has. Like, you can talk shit about Madonna, but Madonna has work behind her. Right. You feel me? So she can walk around like the bitch from Detroit and she walk around talking British and we don't ask her no questions. Yeah. You feel me? Because she's that shit. You feel me? Rihanna's the shit. But I think she's the shit just because we
made her that way.
Just put her there. And I feel like the work, the body of work is not as big as her lore. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like she was deserving of a Super Bowl performance. I wouldn't put it up there. But for me, my top one is the 1993. Okay. Michael Jackson. All right. I was there. I remember being a kid when Michael Jackson was alive and actually being aware of how the celebrity was. This is before the sexual allegations. This is before the wacko jacko. Like, I grew up when Michael Jackson, like, had a sequins, like, blazer my mom had on and couldn't tell me, nigga, I wasn't Moonwalker in that bitch. I was like 6 or 7, bro. With one glove, I was terror. So, like, this nigga popping out doing the fucking, this is before we got Bluetooth and blue screens. This nigga on transporting all over the stadium, then pop up through the middle of that bitch.
Yeah, I remember that.
And stood still for 2 minutes and 30 seconds of airtime before he started performing. And the whole arena stayed silent. That, I don't think nothing could top that. I don't think there's any artist who's valuable enough to burn 2 minutes and 30 seconds of dead air during the Super Bowl. Yeah. And all of us be in awe. And the station not losing their shit. Like, money's just shitting out the fucking window. So for me, that's number 1. Number 2 is a tough one because I'm going to say Dr. Dre. Okay. I think Dr. Dre is such an iconic person with so many different eras. I feel like the combination of the stage, the Compton, the way they used the field, bringing up Kendrick and all of them. Yep. I think that was so many different stages of music and generations that he had behind him. Iconic. Like, nothing, everybody that was a feature of his was accomplished enough to have their own halftime show by themselves with their own catalog. That was dope. I don't think we did it there. Then I'm gonna sneak in another one that I think is Paul McCartney's. Okay. Can't remember how many years ago, but I'm a big Beatles fan. Paul McCartney up there doing the Beatles song. That one was a big one. Singing Hey Jude and all that shit. I'm a sucker for that bullshit. I loved it. I ain't gonna lie, with the piano and shit, I was on that bitch. That's number 3 for Paul McCartney. And I think what's number 5 now? I think I'll put the Usher one there right after that one. Okay. I think that was some of the biggest ones. Nope. I ain't gonna lie. People hating. I got one more. Before Paul McCartney, I gotta slide him down to 4. Cause Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
I was thinking of that one, but I can I barely remember that one. You know, you just remember the nip slip.
I remember how dope it was. The titty slip was the very end.
Yeah.
You had watched a dumb, dope ass whole show that got eclipsed by the memory of
Titty.
Janet Jackson's titty, because that was a powerful titty. That was Janet Jackson's titty, and we all seen it, and she's a freak. It was pierced. Dog. Justin Timberlake whole career. Justin Timberlake can have a whole Super Bowl show by itself, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The first white boy to cross over and stay over. Longer than Craig David. You know what I'm saying? Longer than John B. You know what I'm saying? He was the solidified white boy crossover with Janet Jackson, and he could dance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cold as hell. But you know what? I always felt like Justin Timberlake can't really dance. I feel like that nigga like can almost dance. Like Justin Timberlake is like he about to start the dance move and decide to fuck it. I ain't gonna do it in the middle. Like you go back to that shit, like he looked like he about to start ticking and he just stopped like, oh yeah, you can't fuck with that. Like his dance moves don't never get finished. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I got you.
But I was getting high one day and I was like, this nigga don't never finish his dance moves. That shit. And I always thought that nigga what's the Omarion could never dance to me.
He can't sing either. Quiet as a cat.
Nah.
Well, he can't sing now.
But I like that touch song. That shit was like, you know what I'm saying? That was lit. What's the name? So shit, dog. I gotta go up there. It was the Super Bowl halftime was better than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think
the Super Bowl got good towards the end. You know what I'm saying, with the overtime and everything.
It finally kind of got competitive to where you could pay attention to it, but Super Bowl halftime was the spectacle. It was
yeah,
more,
of course.
Yeah, it was more entertaining.
I think more people, you know what I'm saying, everybody was saying, especially everybody from the city was saying that, just because, you know, the whole situation. And then on top of that, we just had this same damn Super Bowl in 2020. You know what I'm saying? So it was a rematch of that. Don't nobody want to keep seeing these same damn teams in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I would have been more geeked even if the Ravens hadn't made it. Even if we didn't make it. You know
I was rooting for the Ravens if we didn't make it.
If it had been the Ravens and the 49ers, I would have liked to see that. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to see the Ravens or the Bills make it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see the Ravens more.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see the Ravens and the Lions was the Super Bowl I was hoping for.
I would have loved
that was
to
the
see
team
that.
that
but
I wanted
wasn't mad to see the Lions in Kansas City. I just didn't want to see both those.
I felt like we was
teams.
I feel like we was gonna beat Kansas City if we went against them.
I feel like we could have too.
I felt like we would have ran it up early, and we would have been way more competitive.
Yep, I feel like they would have ran it up early. You know, third quarter. You know, that's where we you know fuck up. They would have came back up, and it would have been a game in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And I feel like we would have last minute pulled it off with a field goal or whatever.
Hell yeah.
She might have went for it on fourth down for you motherfuckers.
Hey man, I'm with the gamble, man. We still rocking with it, dog.
Yep.
But shit, I had a good halftime show. It was one of the ones. I think Usher did his thing. I think Usher is an amazing talent, bro. The nigga relaunched his career. Well, I ain't gonna say relaunched because he never went away. People usually say when you do a Vegas residency, you're at the end of your run. Your market is kind of going down. The fans that remember you are aging out, and now it's time for you to like go out to pasture. I think that Usher has, well, first of all, Britney Spears, as crazy as that bitch is, she changed the culture of Vegas shows.
Okay.
She was a little outdated, but she gave such a great show that people from a younger crowd started coming back to seeing stuff, and a new group of adults came back, and it breathed life back into the Vegas scene, where it wasn't known for like cheesy ass music shows and musicians. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm trying to say musicians. I'm about bad as that bitch. What's the bitch with the little Suki? I'm trying to say magicians.
That's a whole another thing.
You feel me? But you know, Secret and 4 magic shows, all that type of shit, you known for like the act in Vegas. And music is kind of like, okay, the good oldies. Usher came, rocked that shit, and brought it to where now young motherfuckers want to go to Vegas for a show again. Not just your grandparents, not your older crowd.
And he got the tour coming up, and everybody want to go see it.
And that's what I'm saying.
That was a smart move.
Nobody goes to Vegas and then has it launch an album that's new and go towards current new music.
Yep.
That's in itself a feat I've never seen done before. And on top of that, he opened it up to where Vegas is popping now. Let's give a shout out to hip hop growing and maturing with us. Like, Wu-Tang is the first residency in Las Vegas. Our art form, like, was born in 1985, or real hip hop say born was like 1982. You feel me?
Okay.
But I feel like it was some people argue it was earlier, as early as 79 and shit. But what I'm saying is, man, nobody came through and paved the way for this platform for it to grow, and now Vegas shows has a different meaning. Instead of being the end of your career, it could go to be a place that you could grow it or even launch a second half or a third leg of your career. That shit's dope as fuck.
Yeah, because you brought something that I ain't even think about. The young generation, that, you know, the music don't hit to them how it hit for us. You know what I'm saying? We hear that shit and it take us back to the CD days, and you know what I'm saying.
When that all nigga Luda came out,
exactly, that just it hit different. But they get to see that and they like, well, damn, let me go back and listen to this, and this hitting like that. Oh yeah, this hitting like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that is kind of in a way opening up a new market for them.
Yeah, and even with the celebrities going to see his shows and him hugging on women and keeping him in the social algorithm and stuff like that. Now people going to the show to see who he gonna hug on next. He's skating and he got all this pageantry. Now he taking the Vegas show that he developed, a dope ass show, because there's no better show than the show in Vegas.
Yep.
Now they just gonna translate that to the tour, so you know the tour is fucking fire. They're not like just coming up with the tour. What's the stage gonna be like? We know what fucking works.
Yep.
We know what I do every night where everybody all around the country want to come to Vegas to see. We bringing it to you. Plus I got a dope ass new album. I'm still good at this shit. I'm about to tell you all the new shit that I like, and you about to find out all the shit that I've been doing, because I've been dope as fuck and been doing this for years. Tell Chris CB to pull up at the Versus. You feel me? That nigga's doing that shit.
Let me ask you something.
What's up?
Do you think Usher could pull off a stadium tour?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. That's not even an easy.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a hard one for me. Usher is still that nigga, bro. He's still like, you still put on his old shit from when he was wearing that goofy ass scarf on his head when Diddy had him fighting over fucking cornflakes in the morning.
Yeah.
That nigga was 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top. That shit come on, niggas gon' lose their mind. He could do the old shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, he been around. So I thought this was one of the best halftime shows they've had in a long time.
Definitely, I agree.
And
I just feel like the set
who's gonna be the Great White Hope? Because niggas been rocking it, and you know that's the good old boy sport.
Yeah.
And they hate that they need us because we got the culture and the chokehold, and everybody kid across the country is watching us. So the good old boy is gonna want to be represented. What's gonna be the Great White Hope to bring to the rock and everybody else back? Because hip hop been killing it for too long.
Taylor Swift.
There you go. You already know.
Taylor Swift. I wouldn't be surprised if next year Taylor Swift is doing the halftime show.
She got to.
I don't think it. You know Wayne won it because it's gonna be in New Orleans. I don't see that happening, but I feel like that could be a good show because he gonna.
I feel like
he gonna bring Young Money out.
I feel like it's gonna be close. I feel like it's gonna be close because the weird thing about the NFL, it's a place where white people that can't stand niggas love to come to watch niggas. So it's this weird thing of like love us for our athletic ability. They love us for what we can do. They love us to perform for them. They love our music. This gangster rap ain't really listened to by gangster ass, hard ass thugs in the city. It be little kids in fucking Nebraska that don't know where the fuck Chicago is, buying this shit up and listening to it just for real. I feel like they're gonna have to if it's Lil Wayne in New Orleans with him popping on First Take now with Skip and everything, him making the waves. Dog, it would be nothing. I would love to see him do the Carter 3 on Super Bowl in New Orleans.
I would love to see that.
It's not gonna happen.
I know.
It's not gonna happen. Taylor Swift is coming to save the day
Yep.
for the good old sport, or it's gonna be a country nigga, cause country is the new wave. Country and hip hop melody is no R&B left. R&B is toxic as fuck now. It's about rapping and fucking, and Weekend is just doing bumps of cocaine off a bitch's ass and dropping them off in an Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's romantic about R&B no more. You want to hear about love, you got to go to country. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a nigga like Jelly Roll.
Okay. Yeah. But I think we called it right. Taylor Swift doing that shit next year.
Yeah, she is.
Taylor
bro.
Swift doing that shit. She just got off her stadium tour too. She doing that shit.
All right. So shit, man. I think that's what the next one. That's me and Don prediction. We gonna be back to break, man. Y'all let us know in the comments who y'all think gonna be the next Super Bowl performance, man, and how y'all felt about this one. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, what up, though, man? It's your boy, the Wolf. We back in the building with my man Don. What up, Don?
What's the deal?
Hey, yo. We getting back into it, man. So we was finishing up, dog. I was just saying my last bid for next year's Super Bowl performance is I think they're going country or they're going pop. It ain't going to be a hip-hop artist next year. I think they're going Taylor Swift as my ringer. But I think if they don't go Taylor Swift, they're going to throw us a curveball. And they're going to throw somebody like Jelly Roll or OT Genesis. Not OT Genesis, but OT Mexican out there.
I got something.
What you got?
So I can still see Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, Taylor Swift did country too.
That's what I'm saying.
Now you can tap into that country with Taylor Swift still headlining, and you can add those people along with Taylor Swift hitting the country.
So that's what I was gonna say next. Who is Taylor Swift's features?
See, I can't give you all that now.
Because I don't know her music.
Yeah,
I don't even know who she.
I can't give you all that.
You feel me? But respect the game. I know she be out there. You feel me? I just don't know where. Hey, for real though. But man, let's get to my man Club Shay Shay, bro. I've been watching Club Shay Shay. First of all, I've been watching Uncle Shannon. I was loving it when they was calling him Uncle Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
He was going back and forth with my man Skip, saying all the stuff you wish you could say to Skip when you there, man. I was rocking with him. The list threw me a little bit, but he from down south. All them niggas talk a little funny, you feel me? Nigga said he ain't taking shit indoors until he was about 18. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But,
Damn.
You feel me? Niggas built different. You feel me? He ain't gonna pronounce all his S's right. You ain't shit indoors until he was about 18.
Hey, for somebody like that, he doing damn good. You know what I'm saying?
Feel me?
He doing damn good.
Come on now, man. You feel me? So the switch up, first of all, the tight ass shit do be looking zesty, but it ain't for me, man. But when you have a stylist that style you like that, that's what they taste is. You like that style for a reason, you feel me? And you got to think, my man is rich, and he is not always around us. I clowned a dude the other day. Young little mixed black kid walked up to me, man, and he was like, "Yeah, I like your jogging pants, man. They got the cargos on. They look comfortable wear." I was like, "Oh, these some little cheap ones I got at Marshall. These kind of cold though. You feel me? But I like them too. They comfortable. Seeing yours." He goes, "Yeah, man, I got on Lululemon." I said, "Oh man." I said, if you prefer black women, you should probably just lie." Set the tags out or something, bro. So you know what I'm saying? It's a different culture. Everything, he looked like a gay dude dressing him. You feel me? Like even his shoes, his sneaker game is like my girl's sneaker game. He be having the coldest Air Maxes on with all ankle socks and capri shorts on, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You look like you being styled like a cute chick in a running outfit.
See, that kind of go back to what we talked about last week, man. What we was kicking it high. Shit ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that generation and that style, that shit is starting to be the shit to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And for him to stay irrelevant, you got to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like with that situation, with the stylist and everything, and how he dressed and everything. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay relevant. You gotta stay relevant. I mean, not irrelevant.
I don't know, man, cause I feel like it's some well dressed dudes out there who stuff ain't as filled. I feel like that's what you like. I feel like sometimes we take a cop out and make it seem like everybody putting this pressure on us to like stuff, and nah, bro, you get a pass. You in your 50s, dog. Mike Epps and them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got long money.
You got a choice. You got a choice at the end of the day.
Even the little, even the choker necklace with the different color stones on.
I ain't know nothing about that.
You know what I'm saying? I pay attention to the drip and stuff. Like I like colored stones, and the colored stones, truth be told, cost way more than the diamonds do.
Okay.
But it's just the way he style it, the way he wear it, the way everything, you know, they got these big muscle-bound dudes wearing these shirts, but they ain't got no neck on them. Mm-hmm. They look like blouses cut from shoulder to shoulder. Them damn sweaters hang too long in the front and come up too high in the back. You look like them, you know, them little thin-ass sweaters bitches wrap around their titties when they cold at the job. You know what I'm saying? It look weird, bro, and I'm all for fashion. I'm all for expressing yourself and stuff, bro, but Uncle Shannon dude with the list on top of the clothes, bro, ain't no surprise that men say that about you. So when Uncle Epps make a few jokes about you, it's more than just the fact that he lied and said you jumped in my DM. Because the first thing he said is, my mama told me never to chase a lie. So I ain't gonna talk about the gay stuff because that's a lie. But you lied about this. Wait a minute. Them two lies.
Right.
Which lie you ain't supposed to chase? You know what I'm saying? They been saying you gay if that's a lie. And him saying that you jumped in his DMs is a lie. Why one liar trigger you more than the other?
Exactly.
You feel me? Your feelings is hurt. So you going after somebody. But I believe it's all for play. I do not believe that Shannon Sharp, as much as he love his job and the money he making right now, about to pull up and try to fight nobody.
Nah.
I believe that shit happened at the game with Ja Morant because nigga was already drunk. You feel me? I'm already off work. And now I'm making a spectacle because that nigga got right on air and apologized to ESPN real fast.
Yeah, you got to clean that up when you messing with Disney company.
You feel me? So why it's okay to talk to Mike Epps? I feel like it's a strategic target because Mike Epps ain't never really blew like his talent shoulda. Because truth be told, you can talk about if he the funniest or not. Okay, to me, he hood funny to me.
There you go. That's a perfect way to put it. You put the nail on the coffin.
He's not the best joke writer. He's not the best joke architect. He's not that structural person. He's great at improvisation. He's great at timing. Like hood niggas understand timing. He understands the moment and how to make energy flow and how to make shit funny. I believe that's his talent. I think he's one of the best at it. But he's one of the best actors in drama that you could see. The movie that he did, was it Bestie, where Queen Latifah played Betty or Betsy, the old blues singer on HBO.
Yeah.
He's portrayed Richard Pryor about 3 times in small roles and projects, but when he was in Sparkle, when he was in Thing, he shows an amazing depth for drama and emotion that people don't give him credit for, and he could have been the next. All they had to do, if that Richard Pryor movie would have been made, he would be where Jamie Foxx is with an Academy Award.
Okay, I can see it.
If he played that biopic. You feel me? He just, the last wife he was married was a white woman that wanted the movie to be just about as much as her as it was him, and it never got made because she owned the estate.
Right.
But bro, he's funny, so I feel like he's an easy target because he doesn't have the industry connections, right? I don't feel like you're gonna go at Kevin Hart and tell him you're gonna whoop his ass because there's so many doors that can shut without him even saying shit to you. You're not gonna tell Oprah, you're not gonna tell certain people with certain weight to throw around,
right?
Fuck you. I'm gonna pull up on you, I'm gonna whoop your ass, right? Corey Holcomb been calling this nigga gay. But don't nobody want to breathe life into Corey Holcomb because that's a dragon can't nobody control. And he don't give a fuck about burning bridges with the industry, so I'm not gonna pour gasoline on that fire. You feel me? I'm gonna go at Epps. He just the right amount of famous to get buzz off his name. He just as much, and I think it's gonna end up with them having to sit down. He is, ain't he the coach of the celebrity super
Celebrity basketball
game. He the coach or the assistant coach on one of the sides. He's coaching the All-Star game for the celebrity basketball game at All-Star weekend. He's one of the coaches. It's just so happened he told him, I'm going to pull up on you and I'm going to see you. Mike Epps gets back on, right? And says, I'm going to pull up on you. It's in my hometown. He talking about mofo this, mofo that. You know what I'm saying? That gets you press. Now people talking about watching it just to see what happens. Just to see if it's an interaction on the sideline, on the court. It's in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that's Mike Epps' hometown. He's been blowing up on social media for buying his grandmother's house in a block, the whole block she lived on, in Indianapolis. Ties into the sports narrative, you feel me? Ties into the buzz on social media, and none of the companies have to say they're attached to it if the negative press is received wrong. Then you say, okay, well, we decided we going to be men so it don't escalate. We going to have a talk when we there. Which is what y'all was going to do. Because who the fuck going to pop off at the All-Star game in the stadium? And this is your job. Nobody getting shot there. You safe. If it get too crazy, police getting involved. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all just going to end up with an interview.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's going to build up.
It's just going to build up for another big interview.
Yeah.
It's smart. Just like Just Hilarious wasn't ever off the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They drove it up because the algorithm feeds off of negativity.
Yep.
Negative stuff gets way more hits than positive stuff, so sometimes you have to build contention on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
First thing Mike Epps said was, shit, the nigga ain't say nothing about me, good or bad. Goddamn, nigga, I got a special coming out. I need the press. Start making jokes. All of a sudden, Shannon want to fight. Now they fighting over if you said you was going to be on the show or not. Now the All-Star game is coming up. He obviously not available right now because everything's recorded. They got to go do the show.
Yeah.
I guarantee you after the All-Star game, they're going to do an episode of Club Shay Shay.
I can see it.
And it's going to do big numbers. That's what I think the whole thing is a play. I think the whole thing is a finesse, and it really, if you are a content creator, you got to stop consuming a lot of this content as just a basic ass fan. You got to start looking at some of this content and breaking it down and what they trying to get across.
Mm-hmm.
What they trying to get, how much engagement is this getting and why? What's going on around this and all of this? It's a free commercial for the All-Star game.
Basically, yeah.
It's a free commercial for the All-Star game. It's a free commercial for Club Shay Shay. And I think it raises his position to where he is leveraging that podcast for more and more money and higher positions as he grows in his commentatorship.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that he is putting himself in a position as a smart guy to know if I want to be in that black space and kind of be authentic and not have to coon as hard as Stephen A. Smith,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to balance the line of coming up and giving them what they want with the blazer on and leveraging my show so if I do get shit canned, I could flip on them.
Right.
Because this is something that I own, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe at the end of the day, that Club Shay Shay shit, that money put up by ESPN too, they own that shit too.
Think so?
I think they do. Cause you ain't just start a podcast out your pocket like that quick.
Well, he was doing it before he was on ESPN though.
He was doing podcasts, but I don't think he was doing it with the production, with the leather couches, with all of that before ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Shut me the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was doing it back when he was with FX.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily because
I don't know because I heard that it's a producer behind it that's a ESPN executive.
Now that could
and
be.
I heard that the money that for the production show, kind of like on It Is What It Is, Cameron put up $150,000 and built that set to look like that. So it'll come out and the production level will be on the ESPN level or something.
Right.
When I was seeing him, like when you see Nightcap and stuff, that's a one shot little camera wherever you at, webcam type shit. I was seeing him do that kind of stuff. I don't know if he came out of that bread and did the whole Club Shay Shay thing by himself, but if he did, you know what I'm saying, it's cool. But I only say, is he beholden to somebody to where it curbs the narrative of how he want to express himself at times on that show? Because I do believe even the whole fake outrage, if you mad, nigga, you mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Stephen A. Smith was mad at Whitlock, he said, I ain't gonna do this on my boss's stuff. Side note, I fucking hate the way Stephen A. Smith says the word boss. It sounds like the most house nigga. It sounds like in my head I'm hearing Massa when I hear him say, well, you know my boss. I never heard a nigga say my boss as much as him and be as rich as this nigga is.
He said a lot.
Bro. All right, sidebar. But fucking, where was I? Fucking forgot.
Yeah, go ahead, because I
but yeah,
I was about to go in on Stephen A. too about some other stuff. But
that's where I'm in. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't believe he got a coon as hard as Stephen A. Smith. I do believe that he controls some of his narrative. Yeah. But when those people have a stake in your show and a stake in your podcast, because these podcasts with a bigger actor has a way bigger platform. They have way bigger market built in already. So sometimes they go to these executives, they get a big production deal, hoping to get these big advertisements and stuff based off of that, and they leverage it for money. Does that affect their ability to be able to express themselves?
Yeah.
Because he didn't like Whitlock, but he said, okay, I ain't gonna do this on my boss's show. But he went to his podcast, called that motherfucker all kind of sons of bitches and bastards.
He went in.
And he went the fuck in. And he said, hey, this is a separate platform. This is something that's not representing them, but it's representing me, and I got something to say.
Shit. I own this shit.
Right? I didn't get that vibe from Shannon.
Got you.
Nigga, well, maybe it's just because I'm one of them people, you either got to say the word or don't substitute it. Because when you substitute it, you just sound like a bitch that can't say the word. You don't sound disciplined.
Yeah.
So if you going to cuss, nigga, but I'm going to see about you, mofo. Mofo? That shit sound like manufactured rage. Cause when you want to call a person a motherfucker, ain't nothing that's use a motherfucker.
Yeah. But he don't do a lot of cussing. Now that I think about it.
That's what
now I don't know if he's just that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got guys like that just don't. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather you just say, man, dog.
Yeah, I got you.
But mofo, it just seemed inauthentic.
Yeah.
Either that or it's just you got some tendencies, bro.
Yeah.
You got some tendencies. I don't see no nigga calling no you mofo. You gonna say it. Or do you got a leash on your neck? Where in the back of your mind you really want to call this motherfucker a motherfucker, but you got this little inch of that dog, that invisible dog leash keeping you from expressing yourself the way you want to.
He could, because I'm not necessarily saying this with ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Because it is production companies that's in podcasts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't, you know, I'm not saying he could be with one, you know what I'm saying? And they could have, you know, a leash around his neck. Because no telling who they up under. You know, this shit is all chain connected. You know what I'm saying? They may be in the bed with Disney.
You feel
and don't want to damage that relationship. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I think is going on with that. I feel like it feels like a well orchestrated stunt.
Yeah, I can see it.
It just feels like a stunt, bro. I don't like. The only thing that kind of make me feel like it might have some realism to it is Mike Epps' response. The second response really did kind of seem like, oh, nigga, you is trying to be street now. You know how when a tough guy that ain't really a tough guy approach you and you like kind of confused. He had that like, really? It's beef? Well, if it's gonna be beef, that's what it's gonna be.
Right.
That's gonna be blank, 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 blank. You feel me? Cause I ain't fighting Shannon big ass either, gay or straight.
No.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest, fighting them gay is worse. You might get beat up and fucked. You feel me? I'd rather just I hope the nigga straight. You feel me? Cause ain't nothing worse than getting your ass beat than getting your ass beat. You feel me? So I don't want the Shannon got to be shot. You feel me? With a large gun. That nigga is a different human being. I ain't never trying to fight Uncle Shannon. But, you know what I'm saying? That ain't a nigga that you really want running up on you. But you got to know when you that big, you got to have some street smarts. So you can't announce you going to whoop nobody ass when you that big.
Right.
You just got to grab the niggas. You got to smile until you close and just grab the niggas. Because if you frown your face up too much and you that motherfucking big, you're not getting close to me.
Yeah.
So that, to me, don't seem authentic. Because I'm not calling you out and telling you and broadcasting I'm about to whoop your ass, for one. Two, if something do happen, you ain't got no street smarts, nigga. You just confessed on video. If something do happen, you ain't really about that action. You ain't about to pull up and do shit with your rich ass. You ain't about to get sued by nobody. You too strong to be manhandling niggas. And if you do get your hands on me, blankety blank blank on your ass, like Mike Epps said.
Yeah, that's, if you really think about it, that's out of his character.
That's what I'm saying. It's not, because I don't believe it.
That's not.
Because if you was gonna whoop somebody's ass, you should have jumped across the table on Skip.
Yeah.
So if you
are, that shit.
You feel me? So if you are being serious, I lose respect for you, because why do we always want to do our own people like they ain't shit? Why we always want to whoop their ass and do this, but you don't get buck and gangster when Skip was telling you to put them goddamn glasses back on your face like you was a bitch and you wasn't don't do shit, and that 150, 35-pound nigga reduced you to a little boy without touching you.
It's the stairs, bro. It's the stairs. Skip is on another step, bro, than Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Shannon ain't jumping in that step to check him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna check somebody on his step or lower than his step.
That's bitch shit.
That's what, but unfortunately, that's what most niggas do.
Yeah.
That's what most
that's
black
why I be
people
fucked up.
Black men do.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I be fucked up. Because when I talk to niggas, the first thing niggas say is, who you think you are? You talk like you famous already. You talk, but to be honest, before a camera was ever pointed at me, I always been this type of nigga. You know, to speak my mind, to get walked out of places. I done had people sit me off, and I done had a supervisor call me into the office and tell me you about to get written up, and by the time I'm walking out that motherfucker, they apologizing to me. Oh my God, my belated cousin James was in there with me, and they talking about, and another one of my cousins, I got two cousins hired. My cousin James, my cousin Robert was working with me. We was in the warehouse putting some shit together. They chilling with me while I'm putting it together. They ran out of work. Bitch came through hating because I'm getting there all my niggas hired. So she go in the office and tell them I ain't doing my work. I'm sitting still. You feel me? Go back in there. About the time I went off, I said, I ain't got a problem with you checking me, but if you gonna lie, they talking about they got me on camera. I said, show me the video then. Because I know you bullshitting, you lying, because this chick just had it. I do my job every day, and you came in here and y'all wasted my time on top of doing the job that I don't like doing. Wasting my time to tell me something that ain't true, and then y'all gonna go along with the lie and not even check if what she said was right. So if I would have came in here acting scared, y'all would have had a write up on me for something I ain't do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just going off. I ain't got no fear of speaking my mind to nobody. And I feel like if you pick and choose when you want to be honest, be based off a person's stature, that's low character for you. You know what I'm saying? You should always have the courage to speak your truth if that's how you honestly feel, win, lose, or draw. And I just can't see myself just bowing down like that and acting like it's okay for Skip to talk to me like that, but one of my brothers in my community that I could probably reach to, and if I have a problem with, just like he asked you something in the DM, hey man, why you go on stage and say that? You could have did that, but you wanted to embarrass him and go in on them, and now you gonna fight him and put hands on him. It's because of the value you have for that person. So crazy, I would almost have more respect if this is just a really great marketing ploy. But if you really got that kind of energy for Mike Epps after everybody didn't talk to you crazy for one of your own, I think it's kind of you going the Wendy Williams route. You feel me? And I would rather you have this as a dope-ass platform where we could be open and honest and not just a place for drama to tear down other black artists. You feel me? Otherwise, man, you're gonna have to start bringing people from outside of the culture, not just ours.
There you go.
You can't just use us. I'm tired of y'all using us as a workhorse, using us as drama to drive up views, then acting like y'all don't fuck with us. Mm-hmm. You gotta stop, man. So other than that, man, what you think? You think he straight up Wendy Williams with her, or you think it's coming from an honest place?
I wouldn't say Wendy Williams, but I feel like he's probably playing the long game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which, in a way, you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to build your own platform and get it out there and get it to the point where, all right, I own this and now I can do whatever I want to do, how much are you willing to do and willing to take to get to that point? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He could be in that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good look now, but you know what I'm saying? Who's to say in 5 years we talking about a whole different situation?
I completely agree because, you know, I remember at a certain time Charlamagne the God was sniffing people's seats when they got up and left. You feel me? So we all got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like this is the only misstep he made. I feel like he's very smart. Comic is the hot button issue. Hip hop is where rock and roll was 20 years ago. It became jaded. It was so overplayed on MTV. We ended up with shit like Limp Bizkit, and nobody was relating to it no more. It didn't represent no more. It had no cause, and it was just a straight up corporate machine pushing out angst towards children and getting frustration back, and niggas was just mad about nothing. So it ended up, now there is no grunge scene. There is really no punk scene. There's no pop scene. There's no real major bands in that market. Everybody listen to rap. Well, rap is pop now. Rap is just the ghetto pop. For the kids that want to seem cool, there's no grunge to it. The whole, this is my life, this is my story. But everybody's telling the same story. Everybody's talking about the same perspective. And I think it's so consumer driven now that it's not the same. It's not the true art form that it once was. And I do feel like if hip hop doesn't change its direction or evolve, there's going to be a new youthful group that's tired of the ass rap and the killing dead nigga rap, and they're gonna just completely abandon us for a new sound, like we did with jazz, like we did with R&B, like we did with blues, like we did with everything else. Niggas, we had R&B and soul, James Brown. Niggas switched the game up, start scratching records. Niggas gonna fucking switch the game up digitally and start making a whole new. I seen motherfuckers now really fucking with that EDM style. It's a lot of black country artists and black EDM artists that want to express themselves through a different lens that's breaking out, and I think that's gonna be more prevalent. And I feel like it's always okay to be different. You feel me? And try something new, and I feel like that's gonna be dope. As far as going back to my man Shana, I feel like this was the best thing for him. The comedy market is super big right now, and it's driving a narrative for him where he don't have to say much. He can literally just open the market to anybody that want to vent.
Yeah.
And viral moments are going to happen when you let people just pour it out. He just got to get there drunk, market his drink, and laugh and ask a few questions. And you really can't say he being messy, because the one key thing that he's doing that Wendy wasn't doing, Wendy was leading the questions.
Yeah.
He's just letting them rip.
Yeah. He's going with the flow.
So he's kind of like absolved of anything they say, because he's really just, the only thing that people could say is you're not questioning and pushing back. He's telling you he's not here to push back. He's here just to let him vent.
Yep.
As long as he do that, he can control it without being pulled into the narrative. I think he's going to have a great platform. And we going to wrap on that, man. That's my thoughts for the club, Shay, man. Stay off my nigga Epps back. You know, Detroit fucking with him the long way. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's my intake. See y'all next week, man. Check out Black Tech Saturdays. We out.